¿Qué pasó, mi gente? Es RedMT25 otra vez. Este es un experimento con el Chuco Sportscast. We're doing a small little experiment where we record the audio on Spotify Greenroom and the video content on Zoom. Because, I don't think this is going to get posted, but I'm just kind of doing a small experiment to kind of verify how it looks within editing. So we're going to, talk a little bit and also bring people on for questions and stuff just to kind of test how it is. So, si quieres hablar con nosotros, ponte un request, si quieres. If you want to ask to speak with us. I see we have one person in the room currently, and that's Daniel. Did you want to come up and speak with us? We'll see if he joins.
Maybe he's not sure.
Well, no, está bien. Like if he doesn't wish to, that's totally fine. I mean, you can even type a question in the discussion panel if you wish to kind of, start the conversation. But I mean, I guess as we go about this, we'll kind of just talk about stuff. I mean, I guess we could just, kind of shoot the shit here. So how have you been, bro?
I'm good. Like I said, just been working, trying to get that money, pay the bills, and get ready for this trip I'm going on next week, man. I'm excited. Going to Colorado for 5 days, and then fly back, and then fly home. Spend 4th of July with the family, and then pick up the rest of the furniture and my cats, and then drive back.
Yeah, I get you, man. But definitely, it's gonna be cool to see you this Sunday, man. It's gonna be for the first time in a long while since we've seen each other, man.
I know. I'm hoping to have Sunday off if I can get it off. I'm still crossing my fingers that someone covers me for Sunday. So we'll see, man. I mean, I really am excited for you to see my new place and hang out and stuff, because that way now you don't have to worry. I'm on my own and all that shit, and you come hang out, and then like I said, you can visit Dad as well. Like I said, we'll work it out. I just wish it was a little bit bigger to where I can house a guest. That's why I'm debating. It's should it just be two of us, and we just set up the spare room as a guest room, or we just find another roommate, so that way rent will be
not as hard, yeah.
Not as hard on just two of us. It'll be easier with three people. So it's just one of those things. We'll work on it. But no, so far so good. I can't thank God enough that things have been working out for us individually and everyone that I know. So yeah, we're good, man. How about you?
Estoy bien, dude. ¿Cuándo te regresar al Dallas después de su viaje al Denver?
Lunes, el 5 de julio o martes el 6.
Oh, ok, de junio, ok.
No, julio.
Perdón, sí, julio. Estúpido. Ahorita estamos en junio.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. And then I'll have my cats with me.
That's good, man. That's going to be good.
I'll have Jago and Cece with me. So it'll be nice. And that way, you can see them too more often. I thought about bringing all three, but I'm like, nah, I think BK's a little too old now. I just can't believe, man, when Mom took them all to the vet, I swore I guess my memory has failed me, that we got BK in 08, 09 when I was a senior in high school. But apparently we got her in 06 when I was
she's
a
old,
freshman. Dude. So she's 15 years old. I'm like, are you sure? I didn't think she was that old. I didn't remember getting her then, but I guess so.
Yeah, she is an old cat.
But she's strong, man. I don't know how she does it being an indoor and outdoor cat, but she's hung in there. She can hold her own against a lot of things, and I'm just like,
yeah,
yep. Anyway, so it'll just be those two. It'll just be the younger two.
Yeah, that's going to be good to at least have them. I mean, me and Ashley are still getting settled in here. I mean, we're close. We just need to organize a few parts and then finish the guest bedroom and give away some shit, and we'll be fine. But we also a friend of hers gave us some patio furniture, so
Oh,
it's in our little patio right now. So
bro, nice. Yeah, I've been talking to my roommate, saying that his parents have a few sets of patio furniture. It's like, hey, man, well, let me know what they don't want, and send pictures, and we'll take whatever. That way, we can set up the patio for stuff to do and have fun out, outside. Just wish my patio was covered, but it says it comes with an umbrella, so that should
hmm
help. So you let me know when you got uh everything set up and the guest room set up, and then I will do my part in trying to make it, maybe come visit you every month,
yeah, that'd be good, man.
and see you. Because I'm trying to at least go home once a month, see family, do some things with some friends, and and then come see you every month as well, just to hang out and do stuff together. Because this pandemic has taught us, like, we need to be visiting each other, seeing each other a lot more often if something like this were to happen again. So that's why I'm gonna plan it out as best I can, at least once a month. Choose a week, sometime during the week, in you know, concurrent with my days off. Maybe take a couple extra and come visit you, and then like do the same when I go home. Just something consistent, because yeah, I don't know if something like this will happen again. You never know. So want to make that a uh, part of what I do now. So
Yeah, I get you. Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess right now, if you want to come up and speak with us, Daniel, or just to say hi. I mean, how are you doing out there, man? You doing good? ¿Estás bien? He's a bit shy. Uh,
mhm.
so let's just kind of see. I mean, just to give us an idea of who you are, Daniel. So it says you're the co-host on the In Off the Beach podcast, where average Joes talk X's and O's, strong bodies, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. Well, that sounds awesome, my guy. And it also says that you're also interested in crypto. My brother's taken a huge interest in crypto. I'm still kind of, I don't know. I mean, I have some cryptos, but I'm just still a little on the fence about all of it because it's just seeming to like, yeah, I don't know. It jumps way too much for me to really feel comfortable with it. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna let it be for now and just see what happens. But that's
Well, you
just
gotta. Yeah, I know. I feel you, man. But you gotta understand, crypto, like with the stock market, is very volatile. So it's gonna be going up and down, up and down, and a lot of it has to do with a lot of all the altcoins are still kind of connected to Bitcoin, because
hmm
Bitcoin is the first, and will retain its value. But as far as utility, being used as a payment system, it's just not efficient. It's too slow. So it'll probably be more of a store of value. Like, let's say it could become digital gold, to where people just store stuff, and then when they want to convert into another coin that's more towards the being towards payments, that's what they'll do. And I'll tell you this, man. I think, based on what I've been reading and hearing, that XRP is the next biggest. I believe it will surpass Bitcoin as far as value, and because the utility that XRP has, as far as the potential, and it looks like it will, being the new payment system. What Ripple has done, that's going to happen after this lawsuit is done away with, because the SEC lawsuit with Ripple is complete bogus.
damn.
Trying to, yeah, it was complete bogus. They're going to lose this. I have a good feeling they're going to lose. SEC is going to lose this lawsuit, because they're trying to make it sound like XRP was a unregistered security. It's like, no, it's always been a cryptocurrency ever since it was created. So you don't know what you're talking about. And but of course, there will be regulation towards crypto coming, as far as doing away with all of the, as they call, shit coins that have no utility and they're just complete bogus. theirs are going to go away with the new regulations. But as ones that have utility and are solid and have purpose, those will stay. And XRP, I think, will be at the forefront of it, along with a lot of the other ones like Ethereum, Cardano, Stellar, Litecoin, maybe Tron. There's a bunch of them that will stay. So don't be discouraged. I know the market has gone down in the last week, but I have faith that once this lawsuit's over with, a lot of the cryptos are going to shoot back up, and they're going to probably even more so when they were at their all-time highs. So
Yeah.
just do your best to save your money, invest a little bit every now and then. I'm trying to save up to buy more XRP because I think it will take off. But just a heads up, I'm looking at other avenues as far as other cryptos that have potential and are legitimate and have utility, have purpose. So I'll keep you posted if I come across one and read about them and they look good. I'll let you know. But yeah, dude, I really think this will be a great way where we can make good money. So just don't be discouraged by this downturn. It will come back up.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's still things I have to kind of learn as far as, I mean, because I don't know, it's just setting up also something that's going to allow me to, ¿cómo se llamaba? To trade out stuff if I need to utilize it to like get some money to pay on some important stuff like bills and shit. That's
Right, of
just my deal.
course.
Because right now I've tried to do Voyager app and it's not really connecting to my bank right now. So I don't know, I have to figure something out.
It's not?
No, it's
Huh.
not allowing me to. So it's just my stuff is still kind of stuck there. So I
Okay.
just got to figure it out.
All right. So I may have to get with you as far as connecting your bank account to it. I mean, it should be pretty quick. You just got to make sure you enter everything correct, and it should be good to go. So I'll probably get with you and see what's going on, because I know I did. I think I did have that issue one time, so I had to delete my account, and re-enter it again, and it worked. So um, try doing that and seeing if that fixes the problem, because I don't know. It's Voyager, it's pretty good, but then at times it can be a little wonky. But more or less it's been there. And there's another wallet exchange that I recommend, that would recommend it to me, and it looks pretty good as far as, because right now with this lawsuit with XRP, most of the exchanges you can't buy any more XRP because of this stupid lawsuit. So there are a few that out there that you can, and I recommend getting Uphold. It's a wallet and an exchange where you can exchange different currencies and buy. So look into Uphold when you get the chance. I think it's a good one. So yeah, but yeah, just try to maybe taking your bank account off and then putting it back in again, and that should solve the problem.
Alrighty.
As far as yeah.
Okay. Well, do you have anything to say about that, Daniel, in the comments section? Maybe something that you suggest in that regard, or maybe something that you know a little bit more about since you do kind of work with cryptos. I mean, and if not, did you want to talk about sports and X's and O's? I mean, as far as that's concerned, that's something I'm trying to like. I mean, I understand certain like X's and O's in certain plays, but I just always want to learn more. That's really what we're here to enjoy our time talking sports and learning more from the community, just to kind of give us some options y también para hablar con otra gente que pueden hablar en español.
Mm.
Entendemos que nuestro español no está bueno, pero cada día estamos practicando y you know mejorando. So that's the thing we're trying to do as well, because we want to reach a wider audience, especialmente en nuestra cultura, gente latino, hispano, mexicano, like all sorts of people, man. I
Hmm.
just I just want to like reach out to more people. Like every day I'm learning a little bit more jargon, palabras deportivos, just to kind of give us a little bit more to work with. Ay, caray. Some people came out of nowhere. A ver.
Yeah, I just noticed that too.
Okay, so here's the thing. Just raise your hand to request to speak, because again, this is mainly experimenting with the application for the purposes of kind of testing it out in editing for iMovie and all that, so I could see how it looks, and if it if it works out, then we can utilize this again tomorrow for our actual podcast. Ay, caray. Yes, Kevin, this is my brother Mario. He's yeah. We run this podcast together. Did any of you wish to speak? Just put a request, and I will bring you up. A ver. Did you all hear me, or did it get a little cut off? Ah, está bien. Ah, ahí está, Rosé.
Yeah.
Hey, ¿qué pasó, Rosé?
¿Cómo están hoy?
Ah, estamos bien, dude. You know, charlando y otras cosas.
¿De qué estaban hablando? No estaba aquí por los primeros minutos.
Nada mucho. Cryptocurrency. ¿Qué estamos ahorita?
¿Te gustó? ¿No ha habido... ¿Qué piensas de Jason Kidd? Que me lo...
Oh, de Jason Kidd. A ver.
no me acuerdo.
No estoy contento ahorita.
Like the thing with Jason Kidd, dude,
tenemos otras opciones, dude. Pero eso es lo es. Like that is what it is. We can't really dwell on it at this point because, you know, Mark Cuban's gonna Mark Cuban. and we had other options. I mean, we had Atkinson, we had Hammond, but I mean, I don't know whether they were going to actually be on it or if Jason Kidd was just always on their radar is unknown. But whatever. And see, the problem with Mavs fans is like, well, Dirk signed off on it, so I'm okay. It's like, I don't know. At this point, Dirk has just become, as you know, Kirk Henderson said, pretty much a human PR meat shield. Well, he is, dude, because, like, of course, nobody's going to be pissed off at Dirk. Everybody loves Dirk. So at this point, like, they're using him to kind of be like, oh, you know, yeah, we're on board because Dirk's on board. I don't know. That's just how I see it. I could be wrong. And again, I hope this does work out. But also, it's the fact, and everybody's been talking about this, it's the optics, right? The optics of, like, Jason Kidd, you know, having his past history with, you know, domestic violence.
So, and also just...
The Mavs.
Yeah, the Mavs front office and their whole situation with people with sexual assault and domestic violence in the front office, it's just not a good look. So...
Wait, when did you hear that? I don't recall.
This was last year. Like, they were having issues with, like, people with sexual harassment suits. One of their, I forget his name, but there was just a lot of issues going on, and they brought Mark Cuban on a few shows to talk about it, and Mark Cuban was like, "Oh no, we don't have any issues with that. We're working to make certain that we, you know, correct this issue." And some people were fired and let go. It was just a kind of a weird situation. But then to turn around and hire Jason Kidd is just not a good look in that regard. But as far as the X's and O's aspect, he's not that good of a coach. And I know some people are making excuses for him, like, well, he coached a Nets team that was pretty much out of their prime, and a Bucks team where Giannis was not even in his prime. And it's just like, dude, I don't know what else to say. Like, he's really not that good of a coach. Yeah, he may have won a championship as an assistant coach, but that doesn't make him a great head coach. And granted, maybe there are some positives that, you know, Jason Kidd is, you know, he's a point guard. Luka's a point guard. They could probably work together and maybe unlock some untapped potential in Luka, which, I mean, I don't know how much more untapped you can get with Luka.
Well, we'll see. I mean, forgive me, I did not hear anything about those allegations with some of these guys last year. I guess because of the pandemic going on, I was just working and going to school. I did not hear anything about it. So that's why I'm like, what? When did this happen? But as far as Jason Kidd, I mean, yeah, veremos, bro. We'll see. It's I guess it's just one of those things. I guess maybe Brooklyn wasn't the right fit for him or something, or sorry, Milwaukee wasn't the right fit for him. I guess it all goes like, you know, the organization, the culture, and I guess the players and coach chemistry to see what happens. But I mean, maybe I think Kidd could be an asset, especially when it comes to someone like Luka, because Kidd was one of the best, point guards in assists in the league. I mean, I forget what he was all time, and for assists and steals. So maybe Luka can learn a few things from him. As far as maybe being a more efficient in assists and steals, who knows? I mean, Luka's already been pretty good in those two, but he could probably be a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Luka can only go upward from here, but I don't know how much that's going to be because of Kid. You know what I mean? I just don't know, because there's still things up in the air. I mean, people are thinking like, well, if since Kid's there, Mosley's not going to stay, which is probably true. Like, I mean, why would he stay after he was pretty much in position at first before Kid to be getting the head coaching position? And at this point, I would have taken him. If we were not even going to take this seriously and weigh other options outside of us besides Jason Kidd, then I don't see why we didn't just go with Mosley. But it is what it is. And then, however, we also have Nico Harrison in the front office now. He worked with Nike, and he's pretty chill with all the players around the league, and also with Jason Kidd. So maybe it's a good fit in that regard, because it builds chemistry throughout the front office. It's just, the hope is that whoever the GM is, and that's the thing that's crazy to me, that they didn't hire a GM. Well, actually, here's the thing. They're saying that there's a GM being put in place, but they're not revealing who it is. That's just the thing that's bothersome about all this. Is like, who the fuck is it? Well, like, I mean, they put Finley as president of basketball operations, and then Nico Harrison, and now we're just trying to wait on and see who the fuck is going to be the GM.
So Nico Harrison is just going to run the front office,
well, him and Finley are pretty much like president and vice president of basketball operations, and then it's going to be whoever the GM is. But they all seem to be on board with signing Jason Kidd as the coach. So
what's Michael, or what? So Finley, or no? I'm a little confused, because you said Nico Harrison they're saying he's the lead basketball operations, so that doesn't categorize him as a GM, does it?
No, it
GM and president of basketball operations are two different things. But
they do work concurrently with each other. I mean, granted, they perform different.
Right, because general manager, he manages the team.
All things basketball.
As far as operations, operations is everything that goes on, I guess, at the American Airlines Center, and maybe more the business, maybe more logistics and business side of maybe part of the business and operations of the team. And of course, Mark Cuban handles all the main big business and stuff. So it says here, I don't know what is.
Oh, okay.
What
I
is
was a little
true
confused about Michael Finley, because he was the former president, right?
No, Donnie Nelson. What Donnie Nelson was.
Right. Okay, so they're saying, apparently the vision, according to Mark Stein, is that Michael Finley would be the vice president of basketball operations, and Dirk would be an advisor.
Yeah, it says here.
It says here on MSN on NBC Sports. This was yesterday, saying that would become, so as a well-respected Nike executive, Nico Harrison is in talks to become the next president of basketball operations in Dallas.
So
that's what they're talking about. As far as the GM is considered, I mean, because it's kind of weird, because NBC Sports, their title says Mavericks in talks to hire Nike executive Nico Harrison as GM and Kidd as coach, but then it comes down here and says, looking as Nico goes into talks become next president of basketball operations. So what is it? Is it president of operations or GM? Because those are two different roles.
Yeah, he is president of operations. GM, they're looking at somebody else. I'm pretty certain.
Okay.
That's what I've been at least hearing from other people talking about it, and it's a strange situation. I would have expected them to have hired a GM first before going into all that, but I don't know. I guess they felt that they were on that much of a time crunch, which I don't know. I don't understand. I think they rushed this. But in the end, it is what it's going to be. We just got to think positively at this point. Some people are like, see, you fans got what you wanted, a change of the guard, and now it's getting worse, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I mean, if Nico Harrison and like the next GM can coordinate and work together and Mark Cuban can work together, they're finding good pieces. then I think we'll be okay. But it's just remains to be seen. If we don't just fucking twiddle our thumbs, if we don't fucking twiddle our thumbs in this free agency, then we'll be fine. But if we do the same shit, then we really didn't change at all.
Well, I hope that, like you were saying last time about them trying, maybe considering getting rid of Bob Vulgaris. I hope they do, because I was reading up on this guy.
Yeah, that's my concern.
Yeah, I was reading up on this guy, and I think he's a big liability for this team. I don't know how he stayed with the Mavs for so long, because I checked this out, man. Bob Vulgaris is he's Greek Canadian. He's a former professional gambler, and he's primarily a sports bettor, and he's director of quantitative research and development for the Mavericks. It says here he's considered one of the most prolific NBA sports bettors in the world. But I'm like, why would you have a gambler in your organization? I mean,
because it's progressive. That's the thing with Mark Cuban. He wants to be very forward thinking and progressive. But how really progressive is this if you're just gambling with your assets instead of actually utilizing them like for basketball purposes? I don't know, and because that's the thing, they're always so into the analytic side of things. But I don't know how. I don't know. Again, I'm not going to claim to be anything smart in that regard, but I do know that just it's not working. And Luka's not a huge fan of him, so I really hope. And his contract's up, and they haven't said anything about bringing him back. So the hope is that he just fades out.
I'm just saying, look, his gambling career says he's been gambling since the late '90s on the NBA. He's
amassed a lot of money.
He says he amassed a lot of money with regularly placing $1 million in bets during a single day of NBA games. He made millions exploiting his edge of observing game management tendencies
by 3 head coaches.
Sorry, Mario. Déjalo hablar. What were you about to say, Rosie?
Big database guy. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, worst case scenario, he gets hired as GM. How are we feeling about that?
If they promote him to GM,
I don't know.
I can't, dude. I can't. I'm gonna be
What's
very
the level
scared.
of concern there, 1 to 10?
Concern is what's the scale? 1 being not concerned, 10 being holy shit, we're fucked.
I mean, if I was a Mavs fan, that'd be like a solid 8 for me at least.
Yeah, I'm almost veering towards 9, because if he's an agent of chaos at this point. Why do you want to be chaotic? I when I said we needed a change of culture, I didn't say go out into the vast far reaches of space. Sorry, I was saying that with the freaking thing muted.
My bad.
You were muted?
Yeah, well, it's okay. I mean, that's why I also have Zoom, because then I could probably just bleep over the Zoom. But either way, ni modo.
It says here he's been with Dallas since October of 2018. So he's been with the organization for 3 years. So it's I still don't think it was a good move by Cuban to bring someone like him on. I don't know. He's bidding on games, so for all I know, he could be bidding against his team, in certain situations in order to make money. That's why I'm like, why would you work for an organization here? You're going to bet against them just to make money?
You could be right, but I don't know, man. I would be so upset if that was the case.
It's just saying as a gambler, because that's what he is. He's a professional gambler. It says former professional gambler, but that never goes away.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I just
think
think
that not gamble after getting so much money gambling.
Yeah. But anyhow, does anybody else want to come on and speak for just? I'm gonna see if we could just do this for another 5 minutes, because I don't want to take too long. Because again, this was just mainly an experiment to kind of get audio and kind of work with it a bit. So does anybody else wish to come up and speak for a little bit? And just to shoot the shit. We don't have to talk basketball or sports necessarily. We could talk about anything else, really.
Are you watching the Euros, Mark?
Ahorita no, dude. I've been a little bit busy with stuff, but what I did see was yesterday. I did watch
That's the best day so
a little
far.
bit of. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Suns play. That was pretty crazy. And this next week when I actually go to Dallas, me and my wife are gonna see if we can hit up a Dallas Wings game, because I've always wanted to see a WNBA game.
Nice.
That's interesting. It's in the same arena, right? I assume.
No,
it's not.
It's in college arena at UT Arlington, where my brother graduated from.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool. When is the game?
It's the 30th. It's the day of my anniversary, so it's gonna be later in the day.
I'm gonna be out of town by then. Right then, I'm hoping in the future we can get to go to more games like that. So
apparently, there's like another game in like August and July and August. They space them out really far apart. These games.
I see. Because how many games are there during the regular season for women's basketball?
I can't remember,
40, right?
Oh, 40. Oh, you may be right. Because I mean, again, it's there's less teams and
it's really half of the NBA schedule.
Well, and yeah, I mean, it's not as many
Yeah.
teams playing, but hopefully with their partnership with Google, I think things will improve a little bit. So I mean, and we'll see what happens because they're already starting to talk. Expansion a bit. But if they do expand, I really hope they bring back some other teams, like historic teams like the Houston Comets or
Yes,
the
please. Thank you.
Sacramento Monarchs, because that would be cool. Because I mean, why wouldn't you at that point? They have history. Like, it just sucks when a team has to fold because of
all this
money.
other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like if the Celtics freaking folded. That's how it seems like, because the Houston Comets were the first dynasty of the WNBA, and for them to fold the way they did was kind of sad.
It was.
Well, a lot of franchises can amass several issues that causes them to fold, and it's sad. So, hopefully, in the future, it'd be nice to see the WNBA grow to, who knows, could be nice to see them amass the same amount of teams as the NBA. Man, that would be pretty dope to watch. The women's and men's basketball team, maybe they'll align their schedules kind of similarly to where you could see both tournaments at the end. I don't know. It'll be cool.
That's the thing, and it's just also going to amount to just an overall better mindset from people in general, because that's just another issue in itself, just the mindset of how people view the WNBA. There's still, and I know people are going to disagree and deny, but there's still a sense of misogyny out there. Like, we can't deny that. Like, we can say that all we want, that, it's not because of misogyny. And yeah, there are other underlying issues that are hindering the WNBA's growth, but that is a huge factor. Like, I've seen it on NBA Twitter and other places, man. It's just such toxicity all around.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I have faith that'll change.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think something positive from the WNBA is that, you know how the ratings were down for pretty much every league last year?
Yeah.
They were one of the ones that had a net positive from the year prior. So there's some interest.
Yeah, there's a silver lining.
The marketing strategy seems to be good. So,
Yeah.
But it's so crazy to me that, like, playing internationally rather than playing in the WNBA is kind of the smarter choice because they get paid more. So essentially they play year round, which is wild to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully that changes at some point.
Mm-hmm. I'm just excited to watch Sato Sabali and Ogunbowale. Like, she's freaking amazing. Like, and also I'm excited to see Kayla Thornton. She's, UTEP alumnus. So I just want to go see them. Yeah, picks up. I'm definitely gonna say that at the game if she's at the line. I go, picks up.
Yeah.
Imagine she like makes it and is like. Yeah.
Man.
That'd be cool.
I'm glad she's doing well. It's nice to see her succeeding. It was always a treat to watch her, in college, in my undergrad. So yeah, I'm glad she's doing well.
Yeah. Hey, are any of you following any WNBA teams, or just kind of feeling the vibe on that?
Hello?
I like
Sorry,
the Sparks.
The Sparks? Okay, yeah. It was interesting because, like, they were another big, like, team in the late 90s, early 2000s, with, like, like what's her name? Lisa Leslie. Ahí está.
Yeah.
She was hella
She's
good.
very good, yeah. Was she... I don't remember. Was she the one that was inducted into the Hall of Fame this year?
No. That was, oh my God, Tamika Catchings, I think.
Yeah, Tamika Catchings. I forgot.
Yeah, she's another great. Yeah. So Ben also is a Sparks fan. You like everything LA though, right, Ben?
Shout out.
Yeah, and then somewhat okay. He mostly thinks LA. Oh, sabes que? Oh well, but it's a little different now with Spotify Greenroom and ¿cómo se llama? Locker Room.
Because you used to be able to see everyone's fandoms.
They took that
a little
away.
bit clearer.
No.
Yeah, because it's not as clear. Like, I mean, you can kind of scroll through it, but yeah, because they're very like generic. Yes, it's mainly Lakers.
I can't see my name anymore. No.
What's going on, man? I can't even see the comments on my end.
Yeah. Do you reload? You have to swipe up.
Yeah, sometimes that
swipe
happens.
up.
Yeah.
I can't even swipe up or anything. It's just blank.
Just go down.
I can't.
Like, in essence, okay. Let me kind of show you in the video.
It glitches too. It's not as user friendly for some.
And you also, if you need to go to the discussion, click discussion. And sometimes you have to, yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, it's something to get used to, and we'll figure it out as we go. And also,
the comments are not loading for me for whatever reason.
Yeah, sometimes what you can do is you can also put it on airplane mode for a second and then turn back on airplane mode, and it'll reload everything.
Yeah, and what I would do, Mario, is
while you're doing that, just put yourself on mute, just so there's no excess noise and all that.
Well, I am pressing mute right now, and nothing's happening.
Dude, well, you know what? I forget. Your phone is fucked.
What do you mean? That shouldn't have anything to do with it. It should be working just fine.
Like, you just click the microphone, dude.
I am clicking the microphone, and nothing's happening.
Oh, man. Okay.
Look, I'm clicking it, and nothing's happening.
Oh man, yeah, you definitely need a new phone then, if that's happening.
Well, here, let me exit out of it and.
If you reset the app, that works all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to I'll have to close the app down. Hold on.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll let you come back for a second, and then we'll probably do maybe 5 more minutes, and then we'll be done. Because I don't want to take everyone's time, you know.
But yeah, while Mario was doing that,
I have a question for you, Mark.
¿Qué pasó?
How did you come up with the name El Chuco?
No, nothing. Here,
because El Chuco is a nickname that most El Pasoans give El Paso, and I think the El Chuco stems from the idea because a lot of people used to come work at the shoe factories and distributors here in El Paso. Well, I'm not here, there, I should say, because I'm no longer in El Paso. Let's see. Let me get Mario back up to speed.
What's the culture like in El Paso?
Oh, it's a mainly Mexican Hispanic culture. I mean, and there's other things too. There's also people from the Middle East are also in El Paso. Like, there's a huge following of people that are that are from the Middle East and Mediterranean areas. And it's a really close-knit community where everybody is pretty much familiar with each other. It's like it's a big city with a small town feel because everybody seems to know each other.
Yeah. I mean, our family is pretty big on both sides, and when we run into other people, it's like, oh, hey, I know your family, or someone that's in our family. Like, what?
Oh yeah, I know your brother and cousin and shit like that. Es raro, pero es muy agradable. It's pleasant.
Yeah. It's always nice to go back and see everybody, and you have a good time. A lot of people always complain. It's like, oh, there's nothing to do here. It's like, bro, if you know where to look, there's always something to do here. You're just not trying hard enough, man.
Or you're just letting everybody else cloud your judgment. Because El Paso's starting to become oh God, what's the term? When everybody tries to come in on your
stuff and change.
Well, no. Well, I mean, I guess in some regards, yes. Especially when it comes to naming sports teams. Like, we had the El Paso Diablos and for the baseball team, and there was a freaking giant chili pepper as the mascot. And then and then the El Paso Chihuahuas, they had a naming deal. Everybody voted on the naming, and I was like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Everyone's voting Chihuahuas, the most stereotypical thing.
Dude, the Sun Devils would have been perfect.
Because
Sun
we're the
Devils
Sun
is nice,
City.
We're the Sun City, so I was like, Sun Devils sounds perfect.
It sounds badass.
That's why
But
it's like, I was like, why would you like Chihuahuas, dude? You guys just, like, it's very stereotypical, very generic, and you just guys settled for that. Come on, Sun Devils is unique. It would have fit our city.
I mean, and granted, like the Chihuahuas have done well since their
Yeah, they
conception.
have.
So, but it's just one of those things. Oh, Ben Fair's coming up. ¿Qué pasó, Ben?
Nah, you guys can't have Sun Devils. That's my alma mater, boy. ASU.
Oh yeah, ASU.
Oh,
That's
it's
right.
because of ASU.
Yes, sir.
But I mean,
they can share.
But well, wait a minute. There's many professional teams.
No.
and colleges
I'm just saying, like, that's my alma mater. Like, I don't want anyone to share that shit.
Okay.
He's being greedy with the name.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny, a lot of professional teams in sport, like a lot of universities take a lot of professional team logos, and of course they got to change it to make it their own, like as far as like colors or certain looks, and that way there's no copyright infringement and all that. But I mean, I just felt it just fit, since we're the Sun City Sun Devils just fit perfectly. But what do I know?
No, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool if we had kept the Diablos, but the Diablos were a double A baseball team, and this is a triple A baseball team. I don't know who picked up the Diablos after they left, but or which MLB team they're affiliated with. But yeah,
the Diablos were affiliated with the Diamondbacks.
Oh yeah,
the Diamondbacks.
Padres.
That's like
and then the Chihuahuas are Padres right now.
That's
Where
like
did the Diablos go? Do you know?
No sé, dude. I think they may have just disbanded.
that's like my old. There was the Norfolk Tides AAA team. Used to be a AAA team for the Mets. Now the Orioles. They just like recently changed their whole logo, and I saw it the other day, and I was totally pissed.
Yeah, yeah, that always sucks when it's just like there's just a huge ass change. It's like, well, why did there? I mean, it's change is not a bad thing, just so long as it is a good change. It's something that everybody can agree upon.
I'm kind of. Let's see. Where did they go?
But El Paso. Sorry, my bad, Ben.
No,
first.
my bad. The one change I didn't want was me being a Washington football fan. I didn't want our logo to go away, but I was fine with the name change. Kind of wish they would bring that back, the logo, and just maybe have a little bit more respectable name.
Yeah, I'm wondering like what they're going to be now. I mean, it's kind of funny that they were the football team and just kind of wrecked house a bit. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny, like because there were a lot of memes, and there's this comedian that's a huge Cowboys fan that we like to watch, and he was just like, we just got our asses handed to us by a team called the football team. It was funny. Oh man.
Yeah, being part Native American, well, majority Native American.
Oh,
I hate that, like, our ancestry is, like, being ripped from the history books, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark. Okay, I was just looking up, what happened to the Diablos, after. It's because, they were pretty successful early on, but then was it the 2000s they had some issues, and then came back in 2005, and they were good, and then they just had a disappointing season in 2011. This guy Schuster, I forget his actual name. I'm trying to remember who this guy Schuster is, but I know he sold the Diablos to the Tigua tribe.
Wow.
In June of 2011. So
wow.
I guess it became a Native American baseball team. So like, okay, cool. I mean, at least they went somewhere. So the Tigua tribe now own the Diablos.
That's pretty badass.
I'm just trying to see, where do the Tigua tribe reside right now?
I like it. That's my new favorite team.
I'm so stupid. The Tigua Pueblo, they're in Isleta, bro.
Yeah,
they're in Isleta, the reservation on Isleta. I've never been on the reservation. I really would like to go see what it's like down there.
That's about to be my new favorite baseball team.
So
nice.
Yeah, so that's what happened. I was always wondering, like, what happened to them. So so it was sold, and then that's when we got the Chihuahuas, which is a triple A Pacific Coast League. So yeah, I still think though. Oh, the Diablos relocated to Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin, Missouri.
As the
Oh wow, as the Joplin Blasters. Oh, so they did remove the Joplin Blasters.
The Blasters.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
bit.
sus name. That's a bit of
That's a very
Just don't go. Sorry, I can't help it. I'm probably not gonna say that on here. That's weird.
Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, this is definitely something interesting for sure.
So here I was blasting in, like freaking Always Sunny.
So I was just blasting. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway, so that I guess that explains that. It's just sad because they had some good. The team had some good history, and to give it away, I mean, to sell it after a while, it was good. Because let's see. Yeah, they of course they're minor league. They were like, let's see, Class D, Class C, Class B, Class C, Class B, Class D, and then Class AA from 1962 to 1970, 1972 to 2004, and then they became independent. My league, independent league, 2005 to 2013.
Yeah,
okay.
and no problem, Ben. Thank you for joining us, man. It's always great to talk to you on here, man. And we'll definitely chill with you guys more, like for just random stuff in the future if we ever like have any free time. But we're gonna try our best to do a lot more of our podcasts, our weekly podcast, through here and do the video through Zoom to place on YouTube. So,
yeah, man. I'm hoping that, like I was talking to Mark, I'm hoping that they make a desktop version of Spotify Greenroom. That way I think it'd be a lot easier to do it via our computers instead of having to do
Zoom on our computers and then
So they
do it on their
have
phone.
one. If you have a MacBook, you can do it. The app is still a bit funky, but they do have it on Mac.
Oh, they have like a standalone app for Mac?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's like it's set up in like iPhone, iPad format, but you can download it for any Mac.
All right. Hey, Mark, then go on the App Store and check on your computer. And then is there any word about Windows yet? I mean, I want them to get Apple set up again, but it's too out of my preference at the moment. So I have this Windows set up, which is still working fine.
Well,
But
they're still in beta under Android, so I'm sure when Android's out of beta, maybe that's when they'll release a Windows one. But it is for Spotify, so I'm sure that's going to be something that's going to be here relatively soon.
Okay. All right. We'll definitely definitely check it out, and I'm looking forward to that. Way it'd be easier, like, to do. It'd be cool to, if they did like a video format for Spotify, but unless it's just strictly audio, I respect that. But it just a thought. Anyway, we'll get there eventually.
yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to figure out where to find it within this, because I mean, it shows as like my stuff is here, and I do have
Spotify. Oh, ¿qué pasó, Ben? Did you get knocked out somehow?
So, I mean, I keep dropping myself. So when you go in your MacBook, you know how when you go in the App Store, it says like Mac apps, and then it says like iPhone, iPad apps.
Mm-hmm.
Click on iPhone, iPad apps, and then hit Spotify, and then type in Spotify Greenroom. It should pop up.
okay. I'll give that a try.
Go up to the App Store and type in Spotify Greenroom.
Déjame ver. Okay. Okay, a ver.
Dude, this is funny. Bro, this is kind of funny. I'm looking at the history of the Diablos and the teams before it. Do you know that in 1892 the team was originally called the El Paso Browns?
Interesting.
And then it was changed to the Mavericks. So
wow.
Yeah.
We had some Mavericks in El Paso. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was very interesting, back in the early 1900s, that's what they were known. They actually won some championships in 1913.
Well, damn, that's unfortunate that we don't know that. Fuck.
Yeah, Mavericks joined the Rio Grande Association in Class D minor league in 1915, but then the league folded. And let's see what else. Then they went in 1930. They were known as the El Paso Texans, and were admitted into the. And I think Ben will appreciate this. They were known in 1930. The team, now known as the El Paso Texans, was admitted to the Arizona State League in 1930 to replace the defunct Mesa Jewels. The Arizona State League included teams from Phoenix, Tucson, and Douglas. And El Paso was the only Texas team in the league and missed winning the pennant by only half a game, losing to the Bisbee Bees. Bisbee Bees. I like that.
That's a play on words there.
Yeah.
Some of these minor league team names are ridiculous. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Texans remained in this league for decades. In 1931, the Arizona State League became the Arizona-Texas League, which ran from 1931 to 32 and revived in 1937 to 41. And then that's when the league was made a Class C league. And then halted play for World War II. All the Texans did play in the Mexican National League for 1 year. That's cool. And man, it's like so many different changes and all that. And it says here in 1951, New York Yankees, featuring the young rookie at the time, Mickey Mantle, came to El Paso to play an exhibition game against the Texans.
No way, dude. That's freaking crazy.
I mean, he ended up winning 16-10. 16-10. That's high scoring. Wow. And then it says here in 1954, the team was sold to Dick Azar, El Paso Coors distributor, who brought beer to the ballpark for the first time.
Nice.
Wow, that is crazy.
Una fiesta, van a pistear.
Yeah. Dude,
Borrachos.
and then get this, dude. In 19 so they and then I guess they disbanded. It was professional basketball was not played in El Paso again until 1961, when a group of 40 people known as Sports Development Committee for the El Paso Chamber of Commerce took upon themselves to revive it. This guy named John Phelan and the Texans' former manager, who was named vice president and general manager. Each of the 40 people put up to $500 to help finance the team. Phelan and the committee managed to get the organization into a Class D sophomore league and renamed the team the El Paso Sun Kings. Wow. Why didn't they could have brought that name back, the Sun Kings.
I don't know, man. Like at this point, like this is awesome though. This is a great kind of history lesson as far as El Paso is concerned. You know, that's definitely shit we need to talk about on the actual podcast when we do it. But all right now, yeah, it's because I'm trying to like figure this out on the computer. It still says it's not compatible, but I think what it said in one deal, it said is I think it's compatible with an M1 chip, and I don't have that.
Oh, it's the like latest and greatest. So this is what I found out from Apple. They now want to get away from having Intel processors. Like instead of going to Intel for the processors, they're going to have their own processor, like before, like with the PowerPC processor. Remember back in the day with the PowerBooks?
They all had a PowerPC processor, which was their own, and then they went to Intel for their microprocessors, and now they're trying to get away from Intel and do their own processors again. So yeah, it would be, you have to get the
latest computer now from Apple, but of course they're uber expensive right now. But it shouldn't matter though. I mean, just one way to make more money and make you buy new things. So stupid.
I mean, that's just the way the world works, my guy. But anyhow, I think this was a pretty good little experiment. I think we're gonna kind of test this out now. Like, I'm just gonna do some editing and see how it like sounds together. Because like there were some moments where it did kind of cut in and out due to like connection strength. Because there was moments where it was working here on the app, but not working as much on the Zoom, and vice versa. Maybe if I try to like cut and link the audio in certain spots, I think it'll sound a lot more clear.
You should be able to. I mean, won't Spotify Greenroom create like an audio file?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, especially when it's in recording. When you actually press receive the audio file, they send you that audio file, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna utilize that audio file. No puedo hablar. I'm gonna use that audio file and kind of put it next to the actual recording, the video recording, so I can kind of like time it well. So if there's like something that went out in one portion of the clip, I can utilize that other audio for that clip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No,
I mean,
that works.
it sounds easy, but like again, I have to
No,
attempt it
it's
because
very no, dude. Video and audio editing is very tedious, so I get it. I mean, I gotta continue to work on that myself. But as long as you're able to send it to your computer and be able to drag it into iMovie, that it should be able to let you do that. So yeah.
yeah. And then since you're up here, Rose, maybe in the coming weeks, if we have a chance, maybe we can get you as a guest on the Sportscast.
Would be the most dope.
And the thing is, do you prefer to, like, if you do the Zoom recording with us, do you prefer to have your face shielded, or do you prefer to show yourself? Yeah, because with Ruben Tomas, when we interviewed him, he pretty much had his screen, like his video off, and we kind of just interviewed him as such, so it was okay. But yeah, it's whatever your preference is, because I know some people like to be, shielded, not to reveal themselves, and some people like to be revealed. So I don't know. I just always like to respect that nature.
Yeah, I don't really know at the moment.
All right, but hopefully, if it's okay with you, we can get you on.
Somehow down
Oh
the
yeah,
line.
for sure. I have absolutely no issue with coming on. Love the movement you're starting here.
Ándale pues, dude. Muchísimas gracias. Era muy amable, dude. It was really nice talking with you.
Oh yeah. Gotta show love to my homies, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we lost you for a second.
I love to be enlightened about like new places like El Paso. I mean,
Cool. Yeah, man, it's a nice place.
You're building up. You're kind of hyping it up for me to visit one day. So.
Yeah, claro, dude. It's definitely fun. But anyhow, guys, I guess we're just gonna cut it off here, and then again, I'm gonna just test out a few things, and then we'll see what can work for tomorrow's podcast. Alrighty, ándale pues, mi gente. Adiós, adiós.
Adios.